So, in today's episode, we discuss what is workplace giving, how do you start one in your company, and what are the benefits. Let's make a social impact. So, in today's episode, I'm joined by Goodness Catalyst, Danielle Valley Gilchrist, and we're going to talk about workplace giving. Now, Danielle, could we go all the way to the top? Could you explain to me what is workplace giving? And then we're going to talk about how do you start one in your company?
Yes, of course. Thanks for taking the time today, Carl. Workplace giving is a great opportunity for companies to be able to engage their employees in small acts that catalyze big impact. So, for example, if I'm really passionate about a nonprofit, I can make a personal donation. My company matches that donation, and that nonprofit is able to get even more funds to be able to advance their mission. And a recent ACCP study found that workplace giving is actually a $5 billion per year industry.
If let's say you know, I was someone in a company that really just wanted to start this type of program, how do how do I begin?
The biggest thing to start with is your company mission and set some goals. So you want to build a campaign and an entire program that's really authentic to your company and what your company is focused on. What I like to think about is having drum beats and guitar solos. So having things that are consistent throughout the entire year on your campaign, and then a few times a year have a campaign that's really specific about a specific issue area that you can really engage your employees and get excited.
So if you're starting out, what you're saying is you have a couple like key moments in the year that you're really trying to get people to, give. Um, and then it's like maybe the best way to start out is that, just pick some key moments throughout the year and that's pretty much it and then grow from there.
The other big thing that I would recommend as you're getting started is to think about seeding employee campaigns. So, for example, when I launch my Benevity account, I can have $10 in my Goodness account that then I can choose a nonprofit to give to. And so that way, it's a great way for me to learn about how to give, get engaged, and show that my company really cares about what I care about.
And I think one of the biggest challenges, as I'm learning about corporate social responsibility programs, workplace giving programs, is how do you get employees to actually participate, right? Or how do you increase employee participation?
Yes, something I'm so passionate about is getting employees excited and engaged in giving. The first first thing is it starts both from the top and from the bottom. So from the top, you really have to get executives engaged, have it be something that the company is talking about, have it be part of the company culture, even have the vice presidents and above have goals of how many members of their organization are participating. And then from the bottom, you really want to have it be grassroots of something that employees can share their personal passions and be able to tell their colleagues what they care about. And then through both bottom down and top up, you're able to bring the entire company together in a way that it feels really authentic and gets folks excited about getting engaged.
So, in your experience, how fast do these workplace giving programs grow? Right? Is it usually maybe 5, 10 employees to start, and as people see more and more people giving, that's when more people participate, or is it more of is it a grassroots kind of component, or is it top down where you know is it you shall do this and then people are starting? I would imagine the grassroots is probably the more effective, but what have you seen in your experience?
Yep, definitely agree with you. The grassroots is more effective. as an industry, we've moved away from the top down, you must give at this time this amount. Employees really see through it, and they have such unique ways that they want to give back to companies that we really need to respect what they care about. What I see most often is that snowball effect that you were talking about, but that a few employees get involved and then they tell their colleagues and everything, and then it kind of goes from there. But being able to do things like having new hire credits, like communicating about the program and having specific campaigns, you can really have a big burst really quickly.
And how do you go about asking people to participate or donate? Like, is it just through emails? Is it through like lunch and learns? Like, how does that work?
The more creative you can be, the better. Of course, you should have the emails going out on a regular cadence. The if My biggest thing is find where your employees already are. So let's say there's a all managers meeting. Let's say there's a company wide get together. Find a way to sneak your department into that to be able to show sprinkle goodness into all parts of your organization, as well as being able to do other out of the ordinary ways of getting involved. For example, one of our clients actually, the day that they launched their giving campaign, a member of their staff rode their bicycle around the campus with it ringing their bell saying it's launch day, make sure that you give your account.
Oh, that's pretty neat. Like, and
Yeah, it was fun.
like if you have people doing that, and I'm sure it's a higher participation than, because I remember in organizations that I've worked with, you get the United Way email or something kind of email. And it's like, hey, you should do this, but there's no really follow up and there's no passion behind it. And actually, I wanted to. That connects me to my next question: is should there be some sort of, I guess, local champion or somebody who's really passionate about it that is driving? So it may not be the actual CSR professional, but there should really be that one person, right?
The local champions are unbelievably powerful and great at getting your message out. Of not only is it that that the colleagues are getting asked by somebody that they already know, but it is locally relevant and often even locally languaged content that makes the most sense for that department. So you're able to, and then also for the CSR professional, less work for you because you don't have to be calling thousands of individuals. You're able to have this army that is helping you put this all together.
And but the thing is, the danger I see with the local champion, and maybe you only have one, is in again previous organizations when that local champion left, the whatever that program was, I saw that program kind of just wilt. And so
Yeah.
what how would like a CSR professional who isn't the local champion, how would they counteract that, or how would they make sure that the program, because sometimes all that, like the will of one person or two people really drives something, and if they're gone, that drive is kind of gone, and you want to make sure you build that momentum, right?
The biggest thing is building your bench so that if so that it really can be continuous, even if regardless of the CSR director leaves or one of your local champions leaves. It's something that's so ingrained in the company culture that it's not a nice to have, it's a need to have.
Mm.
And the what I often see is when you're doing it well, the when someone leaves, you have an entire bench of folks that are interested in taking that leadership role and are able to keep getting even more momentum on the project.
And remember, if you're getting value from this video, we'd love for you to hit the like button. And the question of the day for you is, have you started a workplace giving program in your organization and how is it working? Let us know in the description below. So Danielle, what are exactly the benefits of having a workplace giving program for an organization? Like benefits as in internal benefits or even external benefits?
Yeah. So internally, it is unbelievably helpful for belonging, for employee retention, for HR to be able to have storytelling. A lot of candidates are actually asking about workplace giving and corporate responsibility when they are in the interview process right now. So you're really able to hire better candidates by being really involved in your communities. Externally, there's a big halo effect and even a license to operate that comes from having a robust workplace giving. And the other important factor is the impact that it makes on those nonprofits of because workplace giving is often unrestricted funding for those nonprofits, it really helps the causes advance their mission and help them get go even further.
And I've heard a couple of these terms, right? Friend raising and peer matching. Could you maybe explain a couple of those things for us?
Yes, they friendly raising and peer matching are examples of creative ways to really capitalize on that energy that we were talking about before. So either with friend raising, I am personally passionate about the Red Cross and I'm participating in a walk. And so I can have a specific fundraiser for myself that I can ask my friends to support my specific campaign within a broader issue. Peer matching is similar, but a little bit different in that I am matching along with the company match. I'm upping the ante and putting my own money on the line as well. So, for example, we had a colleague that had a cause that she was really passionate about, shared her very personal story, and then said that she would give $1,000 of her own money in addition to the company match, and then even more employees then got engaged, and the $50 that I donated then became $150 because of the company match and that individual's match as well. The other really exciting part that you can use to get employees engaged is using dollars for doers or some sort of reward credit for volunteering, as well as we were talking about new hire credits and other ways that you can creatively get employees engaged in their company program.
So, one more question for you, Danielle, is, and I've seen this and I've done my research on some of this too, is what are some of the, I guess, tax benefits of having a workplace giving program, either or both from a individual perspective and from a organization perspective? We don't really have to get into
Both.
the total tax details here, right?
Yes, I am certainly not a CPA, so I'm not going to get into very much of the details, but just high level, both for the individual and for the company itself, there are tax benefits of having a corporate giving account. So for example, for the individual, if I'm able to collect all of the receipts of my cause of my nonprofit giving at the end of the calendar year and use that for filing my taxes,
Mhm.
as well as a company, I can collect all of my matching gifts, all of the other ways that I have donated to the community, and I'm able to collect all of that when I'm doing my corporate taxes to be able to share the impact that I am making in the community.
Now, remember, if you want to learn more about developing and growing your CSR program, you got to check out this playlist here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next episode.